Recently, everyone has been so absorbed with the whole Trump-Russia story that many people have forgotten there are things happening in Congress, namely healthcare. For 7 years now, Republicans have had one major legislative priority, and that's been building a 60-foot-tall, coal-powered mechanical Jesus to defend America. I'm just kidding. It's 70 feet tall. No, I'm just kidding. The main goal was repealing and replacing Obamacare. And now that Republicans control the government, that long-awaited goal is within reach. For the GOP, this whole thing has taken so long, it's probably felt like sex with Sting. Now, if you remember, back in May, the House finally managed to pass its version of Trumpcare, aka the American Health Care Act. And Trump celebrated by conducting a backyard symphony.
What we have is something very, very incredibly well-crafted. We don't have to talk about this unbelievable victory. Wasn't it unbelievable? So we don't have to say it again. But it's going to be an unbelievable victory, actually, when we get it through the Senate.
Only Trump would say, we don't have to say it's unbelievable, and then immediately say, it's unbelievable. This is how stubborn Donald Trump is. He doesn't even listen to the word no when it comes from himself. Okay, no more unbelievables. You, me, unbelievable. So, the House passing the bill was a major step toward repealing Obamacare. And obviously, Republicans were thrilled. You know who wasn't, though? Almost everyone else in the country. Because it turns out, only 17% of America supported the House bill. Do you know how small 17% is? You could fit everyone who loved that bill into one backyard. That's how small it is, which is basically what Republicans did, to be honest. 17%. Like, if you were a kid and you got 17% on a test, your parents wouldn't ground you. Like, they wouldn't beat you, because you just wouldn't go home. You would just look at that paper and be like, well, I guess my life as a drifter begins. All right, here we go, here we go. Like, a 17% score is terrible, which explains why when Trump talked to Senate Republicans this week, his opinion of the House bill had been renegotiated.
During a meeting with Senate Republicans, the president kept his focus on health care. There, Mr. Trump flip-flopped on the House-passed replacement to Obamacare, calling it mean.
The president also reportedly calling the House bill, and I quote here, a son of a bitch.
Damn. The bill went from unbelievable to a mean son of a bitch? Or in Trump terms, it went from an Ivanka to an Eric? Wow. Wow. And I don't say this often, but Trump is right. The House bill is mean. If that bill became law, 23 million people could become uninsured in America, right? Many people with pre-existing conditions won't be protected. And it would mandate that colon cancer be renamed butt cancer. It's just a mean bill, people. And because the House bill is so mean and so unpopular, Senate Republicans are left with two options. Either fix what's in the bill or just hide it from everyone.
Senate Republican health care deliberations with this White House's blessing have all been conducted behind closed doors. No public hearings are scheduled.
But Mitch McConnell's no fool. He knows the second he puts a plan out, they're going to get chopped up in 1,000 pieces.
One GOP aide explaining why they won't release it to the public, quote, we aren't stupid.
That's right. Republican senators are so ashamed of the health care bill they're working on, they're actually putting it inside a porn magazine so no one will know what they're reading. No, it's not what you think. It's porn. Now, according to Republicans, the stories of them being shady, writing this bill in secret, these are all fake news. Right? For the truth, we need to go to the ancient tree who leads them, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell.
Unfortunately, it will have to be Republicans' only exercise, but we're working hard to get there. We'll let you see the bill when we finally release it. We know a lot about the subject. We know how complicated it is. Nobody's hiding the ball here. Our goal here is to move forward quickly.
Your goal here is to move forward quickly? Shouldn't your goal be to make a good healthcare system? Yeah? Shouldn't it be about doing it right, not doing it fast? I mean, you would think of all people, Mitch McConnell would know about the tortoise and the hare. His cousin won that race. But he is hiding the ball. There's no mistaking that. And here's why Mitch McConnell's ball hiding is such a big deal. The Senate health care bill has the potential to drastically change the lives of millions of Americans. And like Obamacare was, the process should be open so that people can voice their needs and concerns. Right now, even other senators can't help shape the bill because not even they know what it is.
When you say that you're inviting us, and I heard you, Mr. Secretary, just say we'd love your support, for what? We don't even know. We have no idea what's being proposed. There's a group of guys in a back room somewhere that are making these decisions. Will there be a hearing?
What do you? Huh?
Democrats have been invited to participate in this process, and we are open to their ideas and suggestions.
Well, I don't know that there's going to be another hearing, but we've invited you to participate and give your ideas.
No, that's not true, Mr. Chairman.
Whoa, who was that? Who the was that? That dude just repeated exactly what that person told him to say. I mean, at this point, why isn't she just the senator? Just cut out the middleman. Just Kim Smith. But hold on. Let me get this straight. This is really slick here. Let me get this straight. Senate Republicans are holding no hearings and aren't letting Democrats see the bill at all, but they still insist that they are letting the Democrats participate. That's what they say. You know what this is like? It's like when your little brother wanted to play a video game with you, so you gave him a controller that wasn't even plugged in. That's what this is like. That's what this is like. And your brother's like, wait, if you're Mario, who am I? Oh, it doesn't matter, you're winning. It doesn't matter, you're winning. Yay! You know, if you're an older sibling, great memories. If you're an older sibling, yeah. If you're younger, that's when your issues started. Look, the truth is Obamacare isn't perfect, right? But at least when Senate Democrats passed their initial bill in 2009, they worked on it for 11 months, and they held over a dozen open hearings. But even with all of that, the Republicans still complained that with something so big as reforming the American healthcare system, the Democrats were moving too fast and being too secret. And you'll never guess which Republican complained the most.
This massive piece of legislation that seeks to restructure 1/6 of our economy is being written behind closed doors without input from anyone in an effort to jam it past not only the Senate but the American people before Christmas.
Christmas, you know, the holiday where 3 ghosts show up in your bedroom and you ignore them. So, 2009 Mitch McConnell, he clearly understood the importance of an open process when deciding health care. This time he's going the opposite way, because with Trump care, he's so afraid of the backlash from voters, it's triggered his instinctive response. Turtle power! Congratulations! You've been randomly selected as a winner of free Daily Show episodes. Yes, you. To claim your prize, just watch full episodes of The Daily Show for free anytime with the Comedy Central app or at thedailyshow.com. What a winner you are! So much winning.